July the 13th in the morning hours, God spoke to me. I was praying about these things, and the Lord spoke to me from John chapter 18. When they come into the garden to arrest him, he says, who are you looking for? They said, Jesus. He says, I am he. And the whole army drew back and fell to the ground. Such power out of his mouth, such power in his words. They're all slain and knocked to the ground. We don't know how long they stayed on the ground, but in that moment, the power of God stunned not just the men, but the demonic spirits that were operating through those men. And Jesus, with a word, reminds the devil, you cannot take me. You cannot do what you will with me. I am. And the enemy was paralyzed. And there was a divine pause in the plan, in the implementation of the strategy of the enemy. God put a pause in there. The Lord said, I'm about to do in this generation what I did in the garden. And though the plans of the enemy have been implemented and they're coming steadily toward my people, he said, I'm about to insert a divine pause. And I'm going to stun the powers of darkness, and I'm going to stun the workers of iniquity, and they're going to be pushed back and drawn back, and for a time and a season, they will be immobilized. Listen, eventually they'll get back up and the plans will be implemented just as it was in the garden, but not until he has finished with his work. I declare he's going to bring an awakening to this generation. And I don't know how I feel, hallelujah. I don't know if it's a year or 5 years. I sort of think it may be the decade, but hallelujah. But what I do know is that what the enemy thought he was going to get accomplished in this point of time, the Lord is uttering his voice and declaring through his men and women, not yet. It's harvest time.